So I love campus this time of year. It's so lovely with the trees and the flowers blooming, the green grass, and the hustle and bustle of students and their families getting ready for graduation. So this year, I've celebrated 8 years of teaching here at Chadron State, and I have to say it is by far the finest place I have ever worked for. The campus is gorgeous, the community is friendly, and we have some of the brightest and hardest working students, including all of you in this room, that I've had the pleasuring of mentoring and being part of your lives for the last 4 years. And that's the thing I enjoy the most, is the relationships I form with students. You guys are the reason that CSC exists and what keeps me motivated to continue doing what I do. So part of building a lifelong relationship with my students is watching them grow from wide-eyed, slightly nervous 18-year-olds into slightly less wide-eyed, but much more nervous 20-somethings who are eager to embark on the next chapter of their life's journey. So this day, this time in their lives is exciting, and it's a little scary sometimes for some of them. That being said, I've had the privilege to keep in contact with these students, with several of them, lots of them actually, that have graduated almost a decade ago and have gone on to very successful careers in their respective fields. For some, their success seemed like it was instantaneous. I mean, they just went right into their careers and they've been rock stars. And for others, it's been more of a peak and valley zigzag type of journey to where they're at today. But one thing they all have in common was the drive to work toward their full potential. So most of the students that I've formed those close personal bonds with are highly motivated learners, much like yourselves. I've watched them struggle to master challenging concepts in courses that I've taught. I've seen some of their ups and downs in building careers and relationships. I've watched them succeed, and I've witnessed a couple of them seem to drift off into the abyss of just getting by. But over time, even the students who experienced failure dusted themselves off and worked out of their rut. I attribute most of that tenacity to their work ethic. Everybody that's in this room in Ivy Day, they're all high-performing, highly motivated students, every single one of them. These students, they have a tremendous work ethic. They're willing to take on calculated risk, and I've noticed that just about all of them also have a good group of friends and family that have their back. Earning a 4-year degree is no easy task. Everybody in this room can tell you that. That's up here tonight. As you folks know, it takes hard work, a lot of late nights, and a never-ending supply of ramen noodles, or the equivalent of whatever college fare you desire. And most of you not only focused on academics, but you all have also balanced jobs, clubs, and other activities that are part of the modern college experience. Like yourselves, your predecessors most likely had that similar college experience, and the most successful of them possessed the following 4 traits. First and foremost, every single one of the people that I've kept in contact with and watched them grow, they're all hard workers. This means that they set goals and they work like crazy to achieve them. Long hours working towards their dreams are not uncommon. A lot of them get up early, they prioritize their day, they cut out the distractions, and they really work hard to get ahead. They put massive amounts of energy into whatever they work on, because that's what gets things done. If you want to achieve something great, you have to put forward lots of effort. Second, they go after opportunities. In other words, they're willing to take risk. Everyone that you see that has succeeded in the career, including your predecessors, decided to pursue something, and they went all in to achieve it. They didn't wander into their prospective fields. Rather, they made a choice to go after something. Then they started doing the things it took to do well in that area. For example, one of the finest students, and he's actually a close friend of mine that I've ever known, he wanted to be a network engineer. He wanted to work on computer networks in big companies. Now, he had no experience in this area, but he found it fascinating. So what did he do? He started reading about what it takes to become a network engineer, the certifications he had to earn, the exams that he had to take and pass, organizations that would help him hone these skills, including some here at the college. Then he went about the business of doing what he had to do to pursue his dream of building computer networks. He graduated about 7 years ago. Now he is a senior network engineer for a large company in Colorado. Initially, he had some struggles earning his certifications because they're tough. There's a reason why those people, do what they do. It's not easy to do this in that field. So he had a tough time earning his certs and getting his first couple jobs, but in the end, with all the effort he put forward and all that, he is now a senior network engineer for a Fortune 500 company in Denver. Very big company, and a very high level of responsibility within that company, and he's not even 30 years old yet. So the third trait that I see a lot is don't be afraid of failure. It happens to everybody, okay? If you look at the story of any successful person in history, what you'll see is that their journey was riddled with points of failure, more failure probably than success, okay? Your predecessors, for those of you who are graduating today, they've experienced some failures. A couple of them, I watched them have spectacular failures. There was one student who started a business and he just went under. And it was very hard to watch that. But out of the ashes of that failure came ideas for new ventures and new opportunities to serve others. And what successful people do is they take those opportunities, or they take those failures rather, and they see them as opportunities. Yes, they're failures, and yes, they hurt, but what they do is they get up, they dust themselves off, they learn from what happened, and they move forward. They always keep moving forward, and that's what I urge you guys to do. Okay? Fourth, one of the largest traits I've also seen with these guys is that every single one of them are part of a community. They're part of a community of citizens who want to make their neighborhood or their communities a better place. Okay? They understand that life isn't always working for a paycheck. So as college graduates, you guys are in an excellent position to help your community. I know I'm talking to the choir a little bit here based on all the stuff that we heard about what you guys are involved in. But I want to drive home how important it is for you to do what you can to improve the communities in which you live. So something I've noticed in most of our successful Ivy Day honorees in the past is how active they are in their community and industries after they leave college. This is just a start for these guys. They continue on to be leaders within their communities. And that's one of the things that we help prepare them for here at the college as part of their college experience. Okay? Virtually all of them donate their time and talents to organizations and interest groups. So when these guys were in school, most of them participated in community focus clubs. After graduation, they continue serving in other community-based organizations. So you guys have the unique perspective of having a formal, well-rounded education that's prepared you to lead civic efforts. That's basically what half of your degree here is for, right? The other half is to prepare you for your field of study. So take these skills that you've learned and put them to use. Give of your time, your talents, and your money to help make your community that you live in a better place. Each and every one of our most successful graduates that I've ever encountered has done this in spades. Every one. So to recap, here are the big four traits that most of our successful Ivy Day honorees possess, okay? or I should say all of them that I've ever encountered. They work hard, okay? They do whatever it takes to get things done. They set goals and they work like crazy people to achieve them sometimes. They go after opportunities in the marketplace, okay? They don't just go and work a job. They're trying to lead, they're trying to build things, they're trying to serve other people. Most of these people are very selfless. Each and every one of them decided to pursue something, and they worked hard and smart to achieve them. All of them have hit roadblocks at some point, but they kept pushing forward anyway, which leads into the third one that I was talking about, and that's not to be afraid of failure, okay? Each one of these students that I've kept in contact with, every one of them has had one or more failures. Some of them, both in their personal and work lives, a couple of them have been disastrous, but again, the traits is that they keep moving forward, they learn from their failure. And then finally, all of them were actively involved in their communities. They give of their time and talents. Okay. So before I go here, I just wanted to thank a few people on behalf of our Ivy Day honorees and on behalf of the campus community. I wanted to thank your guys as parents and mentors, all the people out here. They've all helped provide you with the support throughout your college experience, and without them, we wouldn't be up here. Okay? The faculty and staff here at Chadron State who provide a positive learning environment with the goal of building up students and preparing them to lead the next generation of our citizenry. That's one of the major things that we're here for. The administration, who provide the leadership necessary to make our institution the fine center of learning that it is, and it really is. I absolutely love this place. Our regents, our community, donors, and taxpayers for helping provide financial assistance and making possible an excellent education at a reasonable price. Okay? And then our Ivy Day honorees up here and around. They've been putting in years of hard work with their academics and campus involvement. I mean, the list of, when the speakers were up here earlier, telling you of all the things that these kids are involved in and all the great things that they've done over the past 4 years. It's absolutely amazing. And then, last but not least, I really want to give a big shout out to our ground staff. Have you guys seen how beautiful the campus is right now? It's amazing. They always do such this wonderful job around graduation time. I walk around outside and I'm like, my God, this place is just absolutely gorgeous. So they always do such a wonderful job. All right, so that's all I had. I'm going to hand this back over to our help here. Thanks, guys.